Welcome to Physics Hub. Today we are going to discuss a very interesting problem. So we have started a new series, Advanced Physics Problems. So in this series we'll be uploading some relatively harder problems and some interesting problems also. So in today's problem we are going to discuss about a problem like this. So I'm just reading the problem. A small disc is suspended by a fiber such that it is free to rotate about the fiber axis. So this is a fiber axis, this is the disc, so it is free to rotate about it, the fiber axis. For smaller angular deflection, the Hamiltonian of the disc is given by this equation. So you can see this equation, h equals to p theta square by 2 plus half alpha theta square. It is analogous to p square, h equals to p square by 2m plus half kx square. So where I is the moment of inertia, alpha is the restoring torque per unit deflection. The disk is subjected to angular deflection theta due to thermal collisions from the surrounding gas at temperature T. So, the surrounding gas is there at maintained at temperature T, and the gas molecules which will affect this disk, and it will rotate. So the gas is maintained at temperature T. P theta is the momentum conjugate to theta, the average and root mean square angular deflection theta average and theta RMS respectively. So you can see this question is very interesting. So the Hamiltonian which is given to us is given by p theta square by 2I plus half alpha theta square. Okay. Now we have to find out the average angular deflection. So what is theta average? Theta average. So we know the formula. What is that? Double integration. I am just writing the general formula. If you want to calculate the average value of theta, theta e to the power minus beta h into, which is, this h is a function of theta p theta. So the integration will be on d theta dp theta. Okay, and then in the denominator part it will be e to the power minus beta h, which is a function of theta and p theta d theta dp theta. Okay, now you see we can just write it in this way. The expression will be a little bit complicated, but overall the problem is very easy. So let me just do it for you. So into double integration theta e to the power beta is 1 by kt, as it is maintained in temperature T. So beta is 1 by kt, you know. So e to the power minus beta h, so minus p theta square by twice I kt. I'm just writing kt, not kbt. Okay, that's right. Minus half alpha theta square by twice kt, and this d theta dp theta, and here also similarly. Now we can see this p theta part is same in both numerator and denominator. So we can just remove the dependency of dp theta from both numerator and denominator. Okay, so this one we are just removing. Now you see this theta is an odd function, and this one is an even function. You see, this one is odd function, this is an even function of theta. Odd into even gives you odd, and it's a total integration minus infinity to plus infinity. So this will give you 0. So the numerator is 0, so the total integration is 0. So the theta average is 0. Now let's talk about how to find out the RMS value. Okay, theta RMS means root mean square. So here we have only taken mean. So now we have to calculate mean square first. So theta RMS, it will be just first we are trying to find out the mean value of theta square. So that will be integration, double integration, a similar way, theta square e to the power minus beta h d theta dp theta upon double integration e to the power minus beta h d theta dp theta. So what it is giving you? It is giving you the average value or mean value of theta square. But RMS means, look, we have taken square mean and we have to take root. So we have to take root over all of these things. Okay. Now let me just tell you one integration. So that integration will be used here. So you can just write it here in this way. So root over double integration theta square e to the power minus p theta square by twice I kt minus alpha theta square by twice I kt d theta dp theta divided by Okay. Now you can usually find out the value of this integration. Okay, so you can use that, and here also you can omit the p theta dependence from both numerator and denominator, and you can just keep the theta portion. So I am just doing that. So we are just eliminating this p theta part from both numerator and denominator. Okay, because they will give you equal results, so we can just remove them from both the theta. Okay. Now I am just giving you one formula which will help you to evaluate this integration, and I am just giving this formula here. The formula is like this: minus infinity to plus infinity, minus infinity to plus infinity, x to the power n e to the power minus ax square dx. Okay. So in this type of case, the value of this integration is 0 if n is greater or equals to 1 and odd. Because if this is odd value, then this whole function integrand will be odd, and that is giving you 0. And if it is even, then it will give you 1 into 3 into 5 into dot dot dot. It will go up to n minus 1 root over pi by 2 to the power n into a to the power n plus 1. Okay, so using this integration, you can easily evaluate the value of this thing, and you will end up getting root over kt by alpha. So I think you have got this problem interesting, and if you have any question related to this problem, you can just let me know in the comment section, and see you in the next video. Bye bye.